Nothing like a cup of coffee and a steep ascent to wake you up in the morning and get your heart pumping. Good morning, everybody. Heading out of the Brook Campsite this morning with pretty much one thing on my mind today. I have another milestone that may be just outside of my reach here today. I'm gonna figure out whether or not my body is going to take me there. One thing on my mind, unless of course I'm distracted by a squirrel or a Chinese restaurant or a vending machine. You guys know what I'm talking about. Spent the evening with two young ladies, southbound section hikers. Would you believe in all the conversation, none of us asked each other what our names were. Real nice girls, and they were giving me a trail update as to friends of mine who they have passed headed southbound. And I gotta be honest, everybody, you know, I'm way behind my friends, and you know, people I've considered family since I've been out here, or since I've returned in May. And you know, I really miss those guys and girls. I mean, it was really fun spending time with them. I mean, you can't help but get to know people, and but you know, they have to move on at their pace, and this shin splint has slowed me down, and that's okay, because I'm so grateful to be out here. I really thought I was going to have to pull off trail and rest for a couple of weeks, but I'm still hanging in there. I'm not trying to be foolish about this. I'm trying to be smart, but I am still able to keep going. So, major milestone today. I'm going to try to go for it. If I don't make it, I'll hit it tomorrow. And spectacular day out here on the trail. Pushing north. Always use caution when you're checking on your water sources, everyone. This looks like an innocent water source. However, as you can see, there's a beaver dam right there, and a pond on the other side with some stagnated water. I definitely would not even filter this water here without, you know, of course, boiling it first and purifying it. But sometimes you will see streams that come off of a farmer's field, or where there may be cows, or you know, in the water, or feces flowing down. So you got to be sure to check your guides, check gut hook, and make sure you have a reliable source. So I still have some water, and I'm going to roll on past this. Pine Swamp Brook Shelter, mile 1487.1. Snake alert, everybody. I just about jumped out of my shoes. Check out this rattler. Laying right beside the trail. Unbelievable. He did rattle at me when I went trucking by. Hope you guys can see him. I'm not sticking around for the show. Beautiful. I'm actually going to hang by this location here for a few minutes because I don't want anybody else to come stumbling down a trail into this guy or girl. I'm slowly getting over my fear of these beautiful reptiles. And this is rattlesnake number 2 within about a mile. And I almost stepped on this guy. I actually fell backwards on this one. He doesn't seem as happy as the last one. Whew. I have to take some heart medicine here. Wow, really gonna have to keep my eyes open on this section. Give you guys a little closer look here with my GoPro on my trekking pole. Boy, oh boy. I'm gonna have to hang out here for a few minutes to make sure nobody comes through here and comes running up on this guy. I literally backpedaled and fell backwards onto the ground. It was right in the middle of the trail. I'm gonna be feeling a little uneasy, needless to say, here for the rest of the day. So here's our first sign of trail maintenance after the tropical storm. You can see this area of the trail has been cleared, and obviously the leaves on this tree are still green. Cleared this section right here. Now I'm actually coming into a section that supposedly there was a tornado touchdown in this section the day before the tropical storm. Here's some more trail clearing. You can see everything is still perfectly green, fresh sawdust. I wouldn't be surprised if this was done this morning. Sap leaking out of the trees. A full day before the tropical storm moved in, I was actually taking a zero in the Morgan Stewart shelter, and it came across all of our cell phones about a tornado. I believe it was warning until 10 p.m. And not long after that, my friends Rudy and Billy and some of the rest of the crew, they were already up in this area. And there's a campsite that I'm going to be going by that is supposedly the area where the tornado touched down. It's already been flagged on Guthook and everything as far as a tornado. So hopefully I'll get a chance to show you that here in a few minutes. Now this is really something, everybody. This campsite was closed just a few short days ago. You can see all of these trees here that are down, all the fresh cuts of the chainsaws. And the Connecticut, forgive me for not knowing their official name, Trail Club has been out here clearing this out already. This is just amazing. Let's look around some more. This is absolutely amazing. Just check it out. They've already come in here, cleared all the trails out. I'm sure that's going to be somebody's table. All of this over here has been freshly cut. This is just one of the campsites up here. They must have had a tremendous work crew up here getting it done. Well done, guys and girls. Holy cow, this happened just a few days ago. And that right there, folks, is the signature of a certified Appalachian Trail sawyer. Just makes me smile. A few of the huge trees that were simply toppled over. Again, this happened before the tropical storm, the day before. Back on the way blazes, everyone. This trail crew has already come in through here and cleared this huge section of downed trees. All at a time where there is so much damage to their hometowns and the power outages. And these folks are out here loving the AT. Unbelievable. If anyone watching my videos knows these crews, you give them a huge, sincere thank you from myself and the class of 2020. I mean, it took so much man and woman power to come down through here and clear this stuff. Literally just a couple days after the damage is done. You can see the kind of damage, massive damage done here. I told you guys and gals that trail maintenance was fresh. I came down to the parking area at the trailhead, and there were some fine gentlemen down there with the Connecticut chapter of the Appalachian Mountain Club, just packing up all their gear. They were filthy from head to toe, sweaty soaked through their clothes. And the one says, "Hey, how did you like that trail clearing back there?" And of course I was hooked into conversation. Spent some time talking with the crew, sharing some trail stories, and apparently the rattlers that I'd seen, that particular mountain is a hotbed for breeding up there. They advised me, and they said from this point forward I should be all clear, thank goodness. And they've been working the past few days, and one thing they corrected me on was that tornado that came through was actually 2 days before the tropical storm, and that is correct. I mean, that was when some of my friends were up front. I told them when that came blasting through, they were actually in the area, and they had that campsite all cleaned up and trail maintenance all the way into town. And I do want to say a special thank you to one of the trail crew members who turned out to be a fellow amateur radio operator. So thank you, N1IXF, for the coins for the soda machine at the gas station. And sadly, it was all sold out. So I still have your change. I'll put it to a good use. I certainly appreciate that. Well done, gentlemen. Okay, everybody, I've ended my day at Falls Village, Connecticut, a beautiful little New England town, very small, quiet town. And I'd actually stopped in here because it's simply a quarter mile, even if that, off the AT. And today I was just really thirsting for a Coca-Cola or a Gatorade. And this is going to put me at 11.7 miles today. I was going to shoot for the 1,500 mile marker and kind of decided not to. Just not feeling it today. So I figured I'd come in here. I stopped in to a little local spirits package goods store and met Pat, the owner, and she encouraged me to come up the street and talk to the family who owns Toymakers Cafe, which ironically serves breakfast and lunch only, so they're not serving dinner right now. And she said, "Oh, you have to go knock on the door. They allow hikers to stay out behind their cafe for free." So I thought, I might come up here and check this out. So I went up, knocked on the door, met Greg and then Ann, the owners of Toymakers Cafe. Fantastic people, and first words out of his mouth was, "Do you need a place to stay?" And I said, "Sure, would you tell me about it?" So he said, "Come on out back here, And he showed me a place to throw my tent down. He showed me the water on the side of his house and even an outlet, which is absolutely awesome. And I asked him, you know, what I owed him for the evening, and he said nothing. He said just join us for breakfast, and of course that's why I'm here. I like to eat. So hanging my hat here tonight again, 11.7 miles for the day, and I get up and I'm going to shoot for that 1,500 mile marker tomorrow. Now, some other things that are really cool about this, and I'm going to show you just real quick here in a couple of minutes. There's even a water supply for through hikers, and believe it or not, there is a shower there as well. I'm going to take you right down the road here real quick, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, everybody, I'm here at the Falls Village Electrical Substation, of all places. And I want you to check out a very well-known location that is even mentioned on Guthook. It is a water bottle fill station and also a shower. Check this out. So here we are at the water spigot, and you can see they have a special valve on the bottom, perfect for your water bottles. Now, if you look up, you will realize that there is a shower head on the side of this building. This substation building that is covered with ivy, and there's a shower head, and you take this little red switch right here, or lever, valve, bam, you got an outdoor shower and a slab of concrete down here so you can do it right. Now, considering the fact that there is a road right behind me, obviously you can't literally go au naturel. However, you can definitely get some showering done, and we've actually used the chain link fence here to hang up our clothes to dry. Isn't that funny? The moral to this is if you read the comments in Guthook and how word travels through the trail, just word of mouth, and even stepping into one of these small communities, and the word of mouth with the community members who absolutely love hikers. I mean, this is a town that obviously loves through hikers. In fact, when I went up to Toymakers, I didn't even have to ask to stay there. The gentleman came out and he said, you know, straight up, do you need a place to stay? First words out of his mouth. And I didn't charge a cent for it. And they serve some great British style cuisine. I've already checked out the menu and I'm looking forward to breakfast tomorrow. So that's gonna do it for me today. I gotta get this leg propped up because when I was coming down the mountain yesterday, as it ended up, a yellow jacket stung me right in my calf on my right leg. And I'm experiencing some additional swelling, and I'm hoping it's just from the yellow jacket. But 11.7 miles for the day. I'm gonna hang it up for the night, get this foot propped up, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Good night.